Okay, testing. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's come to your standing. Feet will go right underneath your heads. Both hands then out to the side. Shaking. Letting go of all your habitual tensions. Upstairs we go. Shake. In front of the body, release. Bending of the elbows, up and down, pulsation. And horizontally, releasing. Better if you can drop those elbows. Shake. Okay, I'm your mirror image, right hand going forward, left hand, very intuitive hands. Going, tapping. Shoulder, neck. Lymph nodes area, a little stimulation there. Then fingertips coming up, elbow, shoulder, and edge of your neck. And all these tiny little blood vessels, we intend to wake them. A little stimulation, at least on the cellular level. Definitely every single day. Yes, and we're going tapping. Going up, tapping. Going up, tapping. You feel a little warmer. One more. Boom. Same direction. Up the mountain we go. Brushing. Same palm, then we turn that palm open. Here's your lymph node station. A little extra stimulation up there. Okay, inner arm, tapping down. Going down, tapping. And tapping, boom. Very intuitive hands. And making sure that you tend to every single part of that arm. Yes, all these tiny little blood tissues. We give them a little acknowledgement. Yes, why not? Is they're always there serving us, right? Tapping. One more, going down. Same direction then, brushing and letting go and harmonize and brushing. One more, descending down. Shoulder and the elbow first. Give them now a really nice shake. Then the little ones, fingers in the wrist. Zzz, out to the side. Downstairs, upstairs. Now we go for one-sided wiggle. Just that right side. Feel the full extension of it. Lengthen up into the space above you. Take a moment, feel the difference between your hands, the rib cage, the quality of your shoulder. Okay, I'm your mirror, going left hand first, left hand forward. Fingertips, starting from the littlest part to the elbow, up into shoulder and neck. Tapping. And fingertips coming up, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, your collarbone region. Here goes your lymph node station. Tapping. And we're going tapping. Boom. And tapping up. So usually 8 times. That's a good number. Tapping, going up. And we're going tapping. And tapping up. Going up, tapping. And tapping. One more then. Tapping, 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 tapping. Same direction, even it out. Brushing and brushing. Up along your whole arm. Brushing and brushing and brushing and brushing. Up along your whole shoulder. Same palm then, we turn our palm open, right? Armpit region. There's your other lymph node station right here. Tapping, tapping, tapping. Very intuitive hands. And almost like you're dusting off all the stiffness, all the stiff stagnation. Away you go, and tapping, 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 and tapping, and waking up, and going down, tapping, and tapping. One more, boom, 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 boom. Same direction, down the river we go, brushing, and brushing, and letting go. And releasing and polishing and letting go and letting go. Same palm, same arm, shoulder, knee, elbow first. Bigger joints first. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, the little ones, wrist and the fingers. Release, release, release. Out to the side. Okay, diagonally down. Shake, 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 shake. If you can shake out those fingers really well, shoulder will also get the release. Upstairs, shaking, 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 shaking. One-sided, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, dancing fingers, 10 dancing fingers up above your shoulders. Okay, one at a time. Reaching those dancing fingers. Fingers are well extended. Toes starts to get activated as well. And we look up towards the space high above you. Only as high as you can reach. Once you have this, one heel off the floor, another heel off the floor. Gazing up so you stretch the muscles around your eyes, stretching the muscles around your eyes, stretching the muscles around your eyes, stretching the muscle around your eyes. Okay, ready? Your first balance. One foot off the floor, another foot off the floor. Lifting there, extending. One hand at a time, one foot at a time. This is the beginning then of your balance. One on each side. Full extension there. Once you return, palms now, warm your hands until they're very, very warm. Warming of the hands. The warmth of your hands will come to your sacrum, right beneath your belt line. Right, feel the warmth, gently, gently up and down pulsation motion. Like you're trying to stimulate, warming up all these tiny little nerve tissues that travels through this very important space. Okay, it likes warmth. It likes to be a little massaged. All your synovial fluid, your cartilages, that supports the health of your lower back. Very important for your bone health to keep everybody well stimulated on a daily basis. Okay, your feet should be hip distance apart. Ready? Separation of your hands. Bend your knees slightly. Looking down on your way down. Traveling inner legs. Puff up between your shoulder blades. Uppity up, up, up. There's your lymph node station again. Right here. Your digestive station. Tapping, tapping. Going, same root. Lumbar, sacrum, tapping, outer side. Going down, outer knee. Going down, shin. In front of the ankle, inner shin. And inner knee, inner side. Lymph nodes. ascending, descending, edge of your colon here, your intestines, your digestive region, and sending that same vibratory connection down the leg we go. Rounding of the spine, puffing up between your shoulder blades. That's it. And here we go, bending of the knees. This is already a nice forward folding. Then returning, coming back, tapping, 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 tapping. Feel a little warmer. Okay, descending. Only as far down as the body allows. Follow that comfort zone. Rounding of the spine, puff up between the shoulder blades on your way back. Yes, and same direction. Down the river we go. Hello to your toesies. And round spine to return. Okay, one more together. Exhalation. Down, 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 down. And returning. Uppity, up, 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 up. Okay, coming now back to your first station. Up and down, pulsation, pulsation, pulsation. Here we go, from your sacrum, separate your hand, drop, exhalation down. Round your spine, inhalation, same direction, map that out with your palms. Massaging downward, inhale, massaging upward. Here's your exhalation. Here's your inhale, dropping down with gravity. Inhale. Hello to your toes, exhale. Rounding spine to come up, exhale down. Inhale, letting go. On your own now. If the body feels smooth, you go down with a little speed. If the body needs a little tenderness, just be very careful on your way up, down. Very careful on your way up. But stretching the back of your head, the back of your spine, every time when you come forward folding, that's an important thing. And by the way, every time when you bring your heart down, your head down, it's a little stimulation for these blood vessels that travels through the region of your heart. And that's incredibly important for the health of your heart. Okay, one more exhale down. Inhale. Before too long, your heart gets a little stronger. You can take a little extra stimulation. One hand in front, one hand in back, asking your wrist to relax. Yes, meanwhile, put a little weight on your wrist and feeling for mobilization of your thoracic region. Thoracic region. So when you skip, look in the mirror when you skip. Your rib cage should be gyrating forward and back like a little kid, not like this. Yes, it should be, rib cage should feel like really loose, really mobile, well massaged. Okay, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. Very nice. Go ahead and shake out those wrists for me again. Shaking, 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 shaking. Right hand first, in front of your body. Use your hand to start to trace a figure eight. Go slowly so you can use your mind to come with the movement, right? It's a very smooth, very decisive marking. Nothing messy about it. Yes. Now, once your wrist and your finger gets acquainted to this figure eight motion, let the elbow start to join you. That means your figure eight starts to enlarge itself. Now let your shoulder join you. That means that world that you just become acquainted becomes a little larger, a lot rounder, bigger figure eight. Now, a little trick for your brain to go reverse that figure eight. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers are all joined together. That's it. Meanwhile, your rib cage, your hip, your feet are feeling a little stimulation. Now slow it down, make that figure eight a little thinner, a little smaller. You have fully control of this size. Finally, it becomes a very small one again. There you go. Okay, let's take the same hand, your right hand, outside of you. Start with a small one. Just focus on the wrist and the finger. Feel how it massages the joint of your hand, your wrist, and all the digits of your finger. Now liberate your elbows. Let the elbows start to experience itself in the space outside of you. Okay, let's involve your shoulders now. Shoulders, shoulder blades, out to the side, away from the right side. Big strokes, almost like you're drawing with your arm, the whole arm. Every single part is invited. Yes, now once you get fluid, let's disturb that so you can cultivate new pathway in your brain. Reverse your figure 8, please. Yes, initially it feels a little awkward. Then you get into that rhythmic motion in your shoulder, in your elbow, in your wrist. Now slowly make that figure 8 a little thinner, a little smaller, a little more in control. Finally comes just a smaller one in your wrist and your fingers again. Yes, very fluid. You're experiencing all the direction of movement your body understands and desires to experience. Absolutely. Okay, this part upstairs requires a little more of your energy. So go easy on yourself. Start with the small one. Then involve your elbow, enlarge that figure 8. Once you get used to it, let your shoulder becomes more activated. Then the figure 8 starts to enlarge itself and becomes a lot more dynamic, isn't it? Right? Up above your head, you're drawing that figure 8. If it doesn't bother your neck, of course, looking up is going to induce another layer of your neck stretch, as well as your exercising the muscles around your eyes, which is a wonderful addition to stimulate your brain every time when you ask your eyes to do a little more. Okay, let's go. A healthy disturbance. Reverse that figure 8. Yes, you go in the opposite way now. The way that feels less intuitive. The way that you need to stop your mind and focus there a little bit harder. And that's a wonderful thing. Always experience something new is very healthy to continuously redevelop the pathway of your brain nuance. And that's a very important thing to keep your brain very useful. Okay, slow it down, make it a little smaller, still above you. And if you look at it, you can experience a little extra eye exercise while you're at it. Okay, smaller, you become just your finger and the wrist. Feel the demand this has on your shoulder. It's a healthy demand, by the way. Use it or lose it. Okay, next one, down diagonally down. Start with your hands, your wrist, and activate your fingers first. Okay, relax your elbow, involve your elbow. This one, think of it as a way to spiralically open all the muscle groups, all the potential mobility your joint is able to encounter and experience. Enlarge it as wide, as large as you can, almost like you're stirring water. That's it. Downstairs requires a bit less. So sometimes you bring your hands down. Sometimes when you need a little extra stimulation, you do it up here. Okay, now let's go reverse. The way that feels unhabitual. Reverse your figure 8. And just let your legs and the rest of your body follow the motion of your hands, follow the motion of your arms. They also will get the benefit. Okay, slow it down, making it thinner, making it smaller. Eventually, just return back to the wrist and your finger articulation. Yes. If you have any injuries or broken bones, you'll hear your bone going click, 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 like mine. And that's a healthy thing. Okay, notice before and after, I always release everything again. Stimulation and releasing. Zzz, a really nice charging, charging, charging. Feel the different, color looks different, feeling should feel rather different. Okay, let's go. Your left hand in front of you. Start with the fingers and the wrist. Your figure 8 first, right? Go slowly. So in your mind's eyes, you see exactly the thread that you're tracing. And we start to make it a little larger. Once you get used to the motion, I would say, try to perfect your handwriting. And then we go a little larger and notice how the motion of your shoulders invigorates the motion of your rib cage, right? And you are allowing your shoulder, elbow, and your wrist to experience all these different possibilities to articulate itself. And that's a wonderful thing. Okay, ready? Because I'm going to ask you to go reverse. Reverse your figure 8. Still involving your elbow, your shoulder. Make that figure 8 as large as possible. You are free. The canvas is unlimited. Like you're painting with your whole arm. This is how a little child would do, right? Okay, make it a little smaller. Just be really creative, but at the same time, you ask yourself to be precise, to have the discipline to make that handwriting beautiful. Smaller, smaller, finally coming back to just your wrist and the finger articulation. Absolutely, right? So all these tendons, tissues, and ligaments in your hand and your finger gets the stimulation and stretch every day. Okay, outside of the body now. Start with your hands and your fingers. After you get used to it, let your elbows relax into this figure 8. And let your shoulders start to get involved. Once the shoulders start to kick in, you want to be a little freer about your stance. That means you don't stand still. You don't sit still, you don't stand still. Always be curious about experiencing space, experiencing the possibilities of your joint articulation. Right, so you don't get stiff in your body. Okay, ready? Now we go reverse that figure 8. Once you get used to something, go ahead and finding a different way to move. Yeah, it would be nice if you let the whole body follow the motion of your hands. Yes, very nice. It is a figure 8, even though from the outside it looks like you're doing gibberish. Okay, now let's make that figure 8 a little thinner, a little more orderly. The more mental awareness you have of the shape you're tracing, the beautiful and more graceful your movement becomes. Yeah, except you're the only one who knows exactly what your mind is doing. Smaller, 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 just the finger and the wrist. Checking, checking, checking. How are they doing? Very good. The last thing we want is the finger and your wrist start to get really stiff on you. Okay, the more challenging one, upstairs. Ready? Wrist first. The way that feels habitual to you, the way that feels natural and organic, you start with that loop. And let go of your elbow control. After the elbow starts to become mobile, shoulder kick in. Shoulder becomes the leader of this navigation. Instead of having arm and your fingers, imagine you become like a kite. There you go. Feel how this figure 8 mobilize the whole upper rib cage area, including your lungs, and right between your lungs, you have your heart. So a little exercise for the muscles that wraps around your heart. And that is a terribly important thing. Okay, ready? Reverse that figure 8. Yes, absolutely. This is the beauty of it. You do one side and then you do the other side. Meanwhile, you are really cherishing all the mobility that your body is willing to encompass. Okay, look at that hand. See if we can meet the challenge by keeping your gaze up. It does require another level of your life force engagement. So go a little easy on your body. Don't overextend yourself right from the beginning. Okay, make it a little smaller. I exercise people, you see how that manifests a really fluid way to exercise the muscles around your eyes. Okay, making it a little smaller, smaller, smaller. We're almost done. At the very end of this set, it does get kind of tiresome. Don't worry. It just also means you're utilizing the muscles that you're not used to activating. And the body is really going to appreciate you. Because use it or lose it, right? Okay, let's make this figure 8 a little larger. Include your elbows. And sometimes you can experience different speed. Sometimes you go a little faster. Sometimes you just be a little leisure about it, like you're taking a little walk. Okay, let your shoulders start to kick in. Just make sure that you don't have furniture around you so you can really be free to explore, to experience. Gardening people, those of you who are doing a lot of gardening these days, make sure you learn to nourish your arms, your fingers. Okay, now that you're used to this one, I'm going to ask you to reverse your figure 8. And once you get used to the mobility, let your mind join you and ask yourself to make this figure 8 your handwriting very beautiful, very orderly. Even from the outside, it looks like you're doing something nonsensical. But you know there's a certain level of clarity that starts to happen in the way you move, in the way you map out the wrist and your finger articulation. See if we can feel that. All the digits of your fingers, by the way, are involved. Yes, they're all very curious. They all want to join you. That's it. And before and afterwards, always replenish the cells, the muscle, the tissue, the ligaments by giving a little shake, 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 shake. Okay, gently, fingers will come together. Shake, 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 shake. All the way to one side, all the way to the other side. So when you gently interlace your fingers, figure 8 looks and feels a little bit like this. Okay, you start with the small one and let your elbows kick in. Go a little larger, feeling weight on one foot, feeling weight on the other foot. Inhale, make it a little larger, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale. From here we go reversing of that loop. Yes, remember once you get used to something, good to re-articulate something slightly different. Okay, one breath, one motion. Be free at the same time. You can see this beautiful loop of thread that you're tracing. Yes, morning practice, I would say imagine you're tracing a golden 8. Like the sunlight, you're routing that sunlight all around you. Absolutely. Okay, feel the shoulder blade motion. Yes, now slow it down. Feel the elbow motion a little more. Elbow motion. Make it a little smaller. Feel now just your wrists and your palms and your fingers. Stay here for me. Have your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width, just a little bit wider. Inhale, hands towards you. Exhalation, gently. Testing, testing, testing. Using a little pulsatory motion to release your fingers down, 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 down. Yes, inhale, hands towards you. This time, turning the palms forward in front of you. And a little pulsatory motion. Like you're extending your hands away from your elbows, away from the shoulder, away from the heart. Yes, that inhale coming back. Next one, upstairs, requires a little more. So go easy on this on your body, especially if you had injuries in the shoulder, please go easy. If this is too much, by the way, you just separate your hands. That's it. Okay, but I just want to show you the option. Because sometimes you have a little owie in your finger, in your shoulder, the body might not like this. But try it anyway, just take a different option. Okay, ready? Hands towards you. This is your inhale. This is your exhale. Then this is your inhale, looking up. Tailbone forward, looking up, up. Exhale through the mouth. Ha! All the air out through the mouth. So this one you learn. Let's take your feet a little bit wider this time. Heel to heel alignment and wiggle, wiggle your toes. Fingers again together. But this time, have a look. One of your hands is on top, right? That's your habitual way. Let's interlace them in the unhabitual way. So you switch the interlacing, right? Hands towards you. Inhale. Exhalation downstairs. Inhale in front of you, looking up, tailbone forward, almost like you're asking the lower lumbar muscle to get it together for you. Exhale through the mouth, ha, all the air out through the mouth, as wide as you can imagine. 3 more together. Inhale, exhale downstairs. Inhale in front of you, up, firm your legs. Exhalation as wide as you're able to claim that space outside of you. This is your inhale. Exhalation, down, down, down. Inhale, uppity, up, as high as you can. Exhale through the mouth, ha, all the air out through the mouth. One more together. This is your inhale. This is your exhalation. Inhale, upstairs, away from the body. Exhalation, ha, away from the shoulder. We go now, releasing down. Horizontal fingers, long palms, long fingers. Exhalation, your right side. Take that upper hand over the top ear. There's an internal spiral. Reach out to your right side. Inhale, neutralize, center again. Exhalation, just your first one. Just a little testing, testing, testing. Turn that top palm down. There you go. This is your inhale, coming back. Exhalation, out to your right side. This time though, I'm going to ask you to stay and work with gentle pulsation in the rib cage and taking up that internal spiral with your upper hand. Yes, because here there's always a limit. But now if you turn it spiralically, turn, and adding this pulsation on your own now, as intuitive as you can imagine. Relax the neck, relax the lower shoulder, grounding to the feet. Exhalation, exhalation. Use that very gentle pulsation to let go and stretch the body, well extended. Now stay here for me. See if you can turn the edge of the rib cage up a little bit. That's it. I'm going to ask you to turn the top palm upward. Before we come up, let's go for the backward stroke. Almost like you're reaching your hands into the space behind you. That means take a little detour before you return to the neutral position again. Out then to your left side. This is your exhalation. Not too far, just enough that you can keep working on descending of the rib cage. Keep working on internal rotation of your upper arm. That is your exhalation. Inhale, yes, and exhale. Inhale, exhalation. Inhale, all the rib cage, your intercostal muscles, outer edge of the shoulder blades, fingertips, they're getting the extension. Go for it, out to the side, out to the side, down to gravity, you descend. Next one, I'm gonna keep you here. Deep breath into that spot. Even better if you can feel like you have mobility to flip the rib cage up away from the navel. That's it. Turning the top palm up. Ready? Reach your fingers. First, detour that hand into the space behind you before you rotate the body into that neutral position. I'm just going to show this one to you one more time to the side. Okay, so instead of coming up this way, this is what it looks like. Taking a detour behind you. That means invigoration of the back of the leg, back of the hip, back of the spine on your way back. That's what I mean by taking a little detour. Let's try a couple more times on each side. This is your inhale. To your right, exhalation, down, 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 down. Top palm open, inhale, take a little detour. This is not easy, but after a little while, legs and your spine, your lower back will gain that strength that wasn't there before. And that's an important thing. Going now to your left. This is your exhalation. Inhale, turn the palms away from your left shoulder. Take a little detour. You do need to make a little extra effort. Yes, but you did it. Thank you for trying that. Return. Yes, going down to the right side. This is your exhale. Inhale, up, body up, behind you, behind you. Take a little detour on your way home. Yes, can you feel incrementally you're stretching the front gate of the rib cage, your intercostal muscle, one layer at a time. A little more opening, a little more opening, meanwhile training your legs to hold you nice and strong. Okay, nice full circle. This is your inhale, looking up. Take your whole body with you. Turn the toes in a little bit. Just come as far down as the body allows. No rushing, no pushing, letting go with your head. Two more like this. Beginning, middle, ending of your breath. Coming down, exhale, reach with your fingers. Reach instead of going down. Reach for me. And now you let go of your hands. One more together. Inhale, uppity up, tailbone forward a bit. Exhalation. Over here, in front of you. Reach, 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 reach. This time when you come down, I'm going to ask you to stay. Add a little bit of pulsatory motion. Shall we? Release, release, release. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Yes, both hands side to side. Like a little windshield wiper. Side to side, side to side, side to side. Swishing, swishing, swishing. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Okay, pushing to the feet. Nice full circle to return now. And there you did it. Both hands and your feet together again. Shake out your feet, shaking, 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 shaking. This one, I'm going to bring you to the floor. Always work on a little strengthening aspect for your core. Okay, taking your feet then right towards the ground. And just wiggle, wiggle your toes a bit so you can feel like you're grounding into the four corners of your feet. Take your hands by your mid-thigh. Deep breath. Hold your breath. Learn to curl that tailbone up skyward. Exhale through the mouth. Head and chest off the floor. Walking your fingers up towards your kneecap. As high up as you can get them to be. Now look to the belly. I'm going to keep you here. 1, keep you 2, keep you 3. Inhale, rounding, rounding, rounding to come back. Neutralize. Inhale through your nose. Hold your breath. Learn to curl that tailbone uppity up. Exhale, fingers towards your kneecap. Walk them up. Now look to the belly. I'm going to ask you to hold 1, hold 2, hold 3. No breath. Then inhale, rounding down again. Okay, one more together. Deep breath. Hold your breath. Curl that tailbone skyward. Exhalation, walk those fingers up towards your kneecap. Once you come up, can you elevate your hands above your knee rather? Now look to the belly. Can you squeeze the belly down a little bit? Squeeze, 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 hold, hold, hold. Yes, that inhalation, returning, coming back to the center. Once you come back, take your feet both upstairs. Hello to your toes and give your feet a really nice, sufficient shaking, 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 shaking. A quick look over here. So next one, I'm going to ask you to work with your abdominal engagement, but sinking your knee to one side, and you look for the other hand. And coming back, taking your knees to the second side, and you look for the other hand. Okay, let's try. Lifting of your knee, have a look at your knee. They should be right above your hip. Glue your shin together. Separate your hands away from the body. Deep breath, everybody. Hold your breath. Curl that tailbone up a bit. Okay, ready? Use your core to release your knees towards your right elbow. Meanwhile, return and look for your left hand. Stay here for a moment. Deep breath. Feel the breath into the left side of the rib cage. Then squeezing of the belly, exhalation, bring those knees with your core coming to the middle. Stay here for a moment, inhale through your nose, hold breath, curl tailbone up a bit. Secure your abdominal engagement before you take your knees to the left. Look over to your right hand as you deliver your knees as close towards your elbow as possible. If that's too much, make a little pillow, elevate your knees. Ready? Squeeze your abdominal to bring your knees back. That's your inhale, coming back. Squeeze your abdominal, exhale, knees to the right, look to the left hand. Inhale, squeeze your abdominal to bring those knees back to the middle. Exhale. Squeeze the abdominal as you release your knees to the left. Look to your right hand. Then inhale again. Use the breath. Hiya. Yes, you can do it. Knees towards away from your navel. Exhale, knees to the right. Look to the left. Then inhale, neutralize to the center again. Deep breath, everyone. Exhale, knees to the left. Look to your right hand. Now this time I'm going to hold you here a bit. Place your left hand over your knees. Look over to your right hand. Now eyes closed, we breathe. Out the edge of the rib cage on that right side gets the breath. Out the edge of the right hip gets the breath. Make your inhalation somewhere between 3 to 5 counts. Your count. Make your exhalation longer than 5 counts. Your counts, at least 5 counts. Inhalation, feel the movement in the rib cage. This is really important that you feel the movement. If you don't feel the movement in your rib cage, bring your left hand over to the side of the ribs. Then you can use your hand to show you how to breathe sufficiently. So every breath that you take, you are oxygenating the cells in your lungs, oxygenating the rest of your body properly. Now, no shallow breath, no deep, long breath. Think about your inhalation is a way to fulfill and nourish your body, right? You don't really want to compromise that. Use the practice to develop a very healthy habit. The inhalation is like the sun, beautiful bright sun in the right side of the rib cage. Go and release your hands. Using the abdominal to bring out your knees. You got to squeeze your abdominals to bring your knees back to the middle. Knees are right above your hip. Ready? Squeeze the abdominal. Deliver your knees to the right side. That's your exhalation. Stay here. Put a little weight over that knee, that left knee. Use your hand. If your lower back has been injured, maybe your knees needs to have a little pillow underneath your knee or between your knee. Just be a little gentler about it. If you're not sure, please just ask me before class or you can email me. If you're not sure how much padding you should have. Okay, stay here for a moment, eyes closed. Let's check in with the quality of your breath now. It's really the quality of the breath that makes the practice different. How well you can benefit from the practice depends on the quality of your breath, the quality of your mental focus. Because wherever your mental focus is, that's where energy wants to go. If you want the practice to give you more energy, you put more mindfulness, deliver mindfulness, polish the quality of the way you breathe is going to give you that. Let's place your right hand over onto the left side of the rib cage. Use your hand to teach you and show you how and where to deliver the breath. There is the potentiality to oxygenate your body properly as you inhale. There is the possibility to release all the habitual holding, all the holding of your stress and unhappy history that stores in the body as you exhale. So pay attention to the quality of your breath. Feel the movement of your body, feel the movement of the rib cage with your hands. Okay, next exhalation, release your hands. Gently, gently. Squeeze your belly. So you're using your core to return back to the center again. Once you return, take your feet upstairs again. Look at your toes. First, you shake out your toes. Then the whole feet will go. Then your knees will be shaken off, nice and release. Okay, bend your knees slightly, flexion of your ankle. Can you go ahead and ride a little bicycle now? It's an upside down bicycle. That way, without gravity, without any tension, you utilize your core engagement plus your stretching, your feet, the back of your ankle, the back of your psoas muscle, your shin, your thighs. Everybody is getting that nice extension. Very important to stretch out the back of your legs. Those of you who do gardening, bicycling, all this is going to be really beneficial, especially for the health of your lower back. You gotta stretch out your legs. For the health of your heart, you gotta stretch out those veins that travels down the back of your legs, right? So the more you can take care of your legs like these ones, take care of your core, the easier it is on your heart. Okay, next inhalation, gather your shin with your fingers. Can you gently propel your shin up and down? One more stimulation for the sacrum. All your nerve tissues and all your spinal fluid gets a little shake. Very, very important for the longevity of your spine, of your whole body. All right, then side to side oscillation. Relax the body, right side, left side. Almost like you're massaging every single cell of the body again. Right. Next exhalation, we turn now all the way down. Finally, come to your hands and your knees. Right. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees will go underneath your hips. Toes will tuck. Go ahead and press that right foot back, pressing the balls of your foot as you extend the heel of your feet back. Right? And then release. Try the other one. Tucking your toes under, stretch. Very important again, the back of your legs, the back of your ankle, your calcaneus bone, the arch of your feet. Right? One more on each side. Press. This is the easiest way for you to stretch out the back of your hip, the back of your thighs, the back of your knee, the back of your ankle and your foot. So do that a few more times throughout the day whenever you think about it. Okay, after this one, both toes tucking. Inhalation, look forward. Exhalation, looking down. Can we try peeling your knees now off the floor? Now both legs get the extension. Look to the navel. Two more together, lowering of your knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhalation, look to the navel, so you're not using the tension in your neck. Push, tailbone away from the crown. Bend knees slightly if you need to. One more together, lowering down. Inhale, shifting the gaze forward. Exhalation, push, away from the shoulder. Look to the navel. Stay here for a moment. Bend your knees. Learn to give the base of your lumbar a little pulsation. Using that to charge up your spinal fluid, the base of your sacrum again. Okay, bend knees slightly. Stepping your feet towards your hands. Almost like I'm asking you to return the body towards the forward folding position. Right? This one you remember, pulsation. Up and down. Bend the knees very gently so you don't overextend your hamstring. Then here we have press into the feet, into the space above you. Right? You know this one, you're reaching for the stars. Up above you, away from the body. One more extension to make sure both the right and the left side of your rib cage are well extended again. Turn the palms away like you're pushing the clouds up into the sky above you. Yeah. Both wrists will be parallel. One more extension, just so that you can ensure all that work you did before is well recognized. Okay, once you return, hands together, feet together. One more, up and down pulsation. Like you're charging up on the cellular level. All your lymph nodes gets a little stimulation. Okay, then we close 3 circles together. This is your inhale, sense of connection to the heavenly light. Morning practice, we connect to the light. And symbolically, you take that light into then your heart. So if you can release with all these shaking pulsation to release all the habitual tension, then something intrinsic starts to happen. Remembrance of that is which is good. Keep us high in spirit. You become really tall, you inherit that height in your spirit. Remembrance of that which is beautiful. It's the salvation of mortal men. Remembrance of that which is dear will be happiness if it remains alive. You gotta keep remembering that which is dear to keep it alive. But always and finally, remembrance of the one, that single one, the most valuable one. It's still the best thing I know. You feel that awareness within you. It's almost like you're tuning your mental space so that you can get ready for the day, for life, and for everybody around you. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Always lovely to be together. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll see each other very soon. Bye.